Hello everybody, finalKenpachi here. Welcome to another Reach of the Legends video. In this video, we are going to take a look upcoming Rebalance update for the two champion guys. One of them is the Togron Void Legendary and the other one Fjorad Mythical Champion from the Dwarf faction. I didn't see the notes yet. That's going to be my reaction. I'm going to record at the same time. So let's start it with the Togron first. Guys, Ogre faction is one of the hardest faction in the game. I don't know what they changed it. We are going to read it together. But even like Void Legos on this faction is not that great. Like Grazor is good. Gizmak, obviously mythical champion, is make it super easy. But beside that, let's see Togron going to be viable, at least for the faction war. And his A1 skill, guys, they are changing. Attack one enemy has 70% chance to apply buff spread effect. Alright, looks like they are increasing percent. By the way, left side is the before, right side is the after, guys. So they only increase the chance of the buff spreading effect, which is, I want to check the current percent in the game. Maybe with the book we can increase his percent. Yes, guys, you guys can make that percent 100% after you book this A1 skill. So his A1 skill going to be buff spread. Alright. Guarantee. His A2 skill, heal all allies 20% of this champion max HP. It is the same. Place a 30% increase speed buff on the all ally by 2 turn. Okay. Also place a continuous heal buff and the block debuff buff on the all ally by 2 turn. That's actually very good. That's actually very good, guys. Heal, I mean, 2 heal actually. He have a heal from the skill, but he's also getting continuous heal buff. That's actually very good, which is block debuff as well. This faction, I've been using my main eater actually. We have a main eater there, but I believe this skill is the 3 turn cooldown. Let me double check it after you book. That's correct, guys. So that's going to be 3 turn cooldown. Main eater is a 4 turn cooldown. I mean, that's very good A2. That's very good A2, guys. Okay. Beside that, can we use it in somewhere else? Senna comp will be nice for the Chimera because Senna low the continuous heal buff. He also have a block debuff now, which is the Senna doesn't have a block debuff. That can be good. Let's keep continue reading. A3 skill. Remove all debuff from all allies. I like it already. Increase the turn meter of the all ally by 20% plus an additional 2% for the each debuff removed. Then, place increase accuracy buff on the all ally by 2 turn. I believe this skill going to be 3 turn cooldown as well. That's correct, guys. After you guys book, 3 turn cooldown. Cleanse ability as well. That's very good, guys. Like again, Senecom for the Chimera, Hydra. In general, faction war hard is definitely way better. I've been using like on my faction war stage 21 team because 21 boss is poison boss, HP burn boss. You know, like if you don't cleanse your debuff, you are risen from boss, then you are gonna die. Which is I've been using Urogrim there, epic void champion. He has a single target cleanse. So this is definitely way better. Way better block debuff as well. So, and the passive skill, guys, increase allies damage dealt by 10% if they currently have less HP than their target. Okay, mostly they are gonna be. If an ally HP equal or the greater than their target, increase their damage dealt by 20% instead. Interesting. So I'm just thinking like some bosses, you know, like their HP, you know, when you kill them, they are not dying. They are staying there immortal, like clan boss, Hydra. Hydra, when you dissipated them, I'm not sure their HP is 0 when you dissipated them. It's probably not. But Chimera, guys, you know, when your clan managed to beat the Chimera, and if you save your Togron, after that, I believe you can get a benefit from that passive skill, 20% damage, which is need a confirmation that I'm not 100% sure, but it should be. There is more. Increases this champion and each ally max HP by 10% every time the champion use an active skill. Stack to 50%. Reset each round. Still, also increases each ally's max HP by 5% every time they use an active skill. Wow. Reset each round will not increase the max HP of the bosses. Guys, I don't know about you, but I personally like the Togron a lot. Like, Again, huge PV content. I'm not sure PvP gonna be that good, guys. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, he have a Terminator field, 20%. He also have a speed aura all battle, if I'm not mistaken. 20% speed aura all battle. Siege maybe could be useful. But guys, Togron is not terrible anymore. I'm happy about it. I don't have him. But I will definitely build if I have him. He's gonna definitely make my faction more team way easier. Now let's jump to the Fjorad, which is the mythical champion from the dwarf faction. There we go. Here's a 2 form because of the mythical, obviously. We are gonna start with the first form. Attack one enemy twice. Each hit has 50% chance to place and freeze debuff for 1 turn. This is not change. Changed part is the yellow text, by the way, guys. This debuff cannot be blocked or resisted if the target champion from the GLM pack. If the target is not under freeze debuff, will repeat the attack once. I mean, look, you was going well, Polarium, but why there is a condition? GLM pack, like why there is a condition? He's a mythical champion. Anyway, A1 skill, pretty weak so far, guys. A2 skill, attack all enemies. Place a freeze debuff on the all enemies by 1 turn. And the 30% decrease speed debuff on the all enemies by 2 turns. If an enemy from the GLM pack, place a freeze debuff on them by 2 turns instead. And this debuff cannot be blocked or resisted. Also decrease the target's turn meter by 30% if enemy from the GLM pack decrease their duration. Decrease their turn meter 50% instead. Guys, I don't like where they are heading. Like, people were waiting a Fjorad buff very long time. That's so far so weak, guys, okay? But passive skill. Whenever this champion or an ally receive a debuff from an enemy, has 30% chance to place a freeze debuff on that enemy by 1 turn. This chance increases 100% if the debuff cannot be blocked or resisted if the enemies from the GLN pack. So looks like this passive skill was only working on himself before. So that's also going to be work for your ally now. GLN pack. Let me double check the GLN pack real quickly, guys, to make sure. GLN pack is the Ogre Tribe, Lizardman, Skinwalker, and the Orc. I don't know, not super OP factions as well, like Corrupted, to be honest, like a little bit more OP. I mean, there's a strong champion there like Marus, but Marus is not really a debuff. Is that any debuff? It say like, yeah, debuff, like enfeeble debuff coming from Marus maybe can be also work for that skill. But, and the base speed increased by 105. I don't know, guys. First form, I'm not like super impressed. Passive skill looking good, but only 30% chance from like random faction. If they're from GLM pack, that can be good actually, like 100%. I don't know, that can be decent. That can be decent. We need to check like which available champion there, which is like Gizmak there. It's saying like cannot be blocked. So I wonder Stone Skin going to be still blocked that. It should be, right? Actually, this passive skill may be better than what we are told, guys, okay? But let's take a look. His alternate form now. Attack one enemy. Will ignore 15% of the target defense. If the target under freeze debuff, ignore 35% of the target defense instead. If this attack kills an enemy, reset the cooldown one of this champion random skill. Alright, his A1 getting ignore defense, which is he's gonna ignore more defense if the target is under freeze. Not bad. Good A1. Solid progress. Attack all enemies. A2. Place an extra hit on enemies under freeze, stun, fear, true fear, provoke, or the petrification debuffs. Each hit decrease each target max HP by 25% of the damage inflicted, stack to 50. Each hit also decreases each target turn meter 25%, this effect cannot be resisted if the enemies under freeze, stun, fear, true fear provoke, or the petrification debuff. I mean, if this skill going to hit hard, enemies already like suffering from the CC debuff, what's the point of the decreasing their tormentor, right? Like, skill doesn't make sense at all. And looks like they are not going to be change anything from that skill, guys, besides the damage multiplier increase. Usually this damage multiplier increase give us facepalm, you know, disappointment. But hopefully they increase his damage. Well, this time. At risky, attack one enemy, will ignore 50% of the target defense. If the target is under freeze debuff, will ignore 100% of the target defense and the block damage buff instead. So first part is the same 100% ignore defense if the target under freeze. Additional, he's also going to be ignore the block damage buff, but target need to be under freeze for that. Condition again. Like, there is lots of champion already ignoring block damage, like Thor, for example. Normal, legendary champion, and this a mythical cannot do that. Anyway, let's keep reading. Maybe there is something else. If the target is killed while under freeze debuff, also place a block revive debuff on them and place a freeze debuff on the all enemies by 1 turn. The freeze debuff cannot be blocked or resisted by the enemies from the Galen pack. And at the same time, damage multiplier is increased. So if you've managed to find one single target under freeze debuff, so you can kill that target and he's going to be placed, which is you are going to kill that target with the block revive skill. We are going to ignore the block damage buff as well. Then you are going to freeze the rest of the enemies. But for that, you still need the accuracy, or they cannot be under block debuff buff unless they are from Galen pack faction. And the passive skill. Passive skill on the first one was promising, so let's take a look at this one. Counter attacks with the Rhyme Cleave, which is his A1 skill. Whenever an enemy increase the cooldown of any of these champion skills. I mean, his A1 doesn't look dangerous to me. I mean, it's good A1 now, like after the buff, but still not enough passive skill. This part was old. And additional, whenever an ally is killed, has 50% chance of to place a freeze debuff on all enemies by 1 turn. This chance is increased 100%. And they cannot be blocked or resisted by enemies from Galen pack. I mean, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Let me close this. And let's take a look at the Galen pack real quickly. He's looking promising against specifically from the Galen pack faction, guys. So, I don't know. Like, there's a Sulfurion. There is a Gizmak over there. Arena-wise, I'm thinking, of course. And there is a Theox, could be nice. Maybe Roman too. Yeah. Blazarius obviously is very good. Skinwalker, Galeus is very popular right now, guys. Mezomel is alright. We have obviously Marius. Wukong can be nice. Bombman, Gnishak, Red. I mean, there is some like solid arena champion. Orc, Asnar can be nice. Warlord, not really many people are using him, but yeah, Khan is really bad, to be honest. I don't know, like I don't know, guys, like, to be honest, like, I don't have him, but if I have him, I will like to wait and see some test server video, because like hard to be understand how his kit's going to be work, especially like most of his skill kit got damage increase. We need to wait and see how hard this champion going to be hit now. But there is some, yes, solid arena champion from the Galen pack. We will see, I guess, how is Fjorad going to be perform. Togron buff, definitely W. Fjorad is like, I have a mixed feeling about it. Let me know what you guys thinking about these two Rebalance champion. Do you guys have them? after the buff, do you guys thinking to rebuild them, taking from your vault to your main roster, guys? Thank you so much for the watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.